Shalom. I'll give all honor and praises to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH, the abundance to the others, and possible great milestone, for teaching this truth and sincerity, salutation to the hopeful that spirit of the four corners of the earth. So the title of this lesson will be Cain slew Abel and Jacob supplanted Esau. Okay. Cain slain Abel. Okay, which that word slain is another word which means kill. Killed Abel, and Jacob supplanted Esau. Okay, I'm gonna get into that word supplanted. All right, but I'm gonna bring out here Genesis 4:1. All right, because we don't know this about the story of Cain and Abel. Cain, he was mad because YAHAWAH, the Heavenly Father didn't accept his sacrifice of fruits. All right, but he accepted the sacrifice of Abel. Right, because Abel offered up basically a lamb. Okay, the first a lamb without blemish. Okay, the first, it says the first, let's see if I get it. And Abel, he also brought up the firstlings of his flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord YAHAWAH had respect unto Abel and his offering. Okay, so this is why, background of why he was Abel was slew, because Cain was jealous. Okay. When you read in the NLT, said Abel also brought a gift of the best of the firstborn lambs. So basically, lamb without blemish, right? So he brought the best of the firstborn lambs from his flock. So this lamb was healthy, it was strong. Okay. The Lord YAHAWAH accepted Abel his gift. Okay, but he did not accept, Cain offering, which was in the fruit of the ground, right? He offered basically fruit, vegetations to the Lord, and he didn't accept that. Okay. So we continue reading. Right here. Let's start here. Start Genesis 4:5 reads, but unto Cain and to his offering he had no respect. Okay, so the Lord had no respect to Cain's offering. Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fell, so he was angry. And the Lord YAHAWAH said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? So he was mad, and he didn't, he was frowning, basically. He was frowning. He probably had his head down. If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? Okay. And if you doest not well, sin lies at the door. So basically, the Lord told Cain if he would offer up a acceptable sacrifice, basically, he should have went to basically, he should have went to Abel and got one Abel lamb and offer up that to the Lord, right? But he didn't do that. So he offered up something that it wasn't acceptable to the Lord. Okay, he should have he should have got one of the lambs, from Abel, and offer up one of the lambs from Abel. Right, that would have been more acceptable to the Lord. Okay, rather than fruits. And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door. Okay. And if thou doest not well, sin lies at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him. So this basically preluding to, that murderous demon coming unto Cain, right? That spirit of Satan, right, coming unto Cain. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass when they were in the field that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him. Okay. So ultimately, you know, um, Cain, he basically, you know, he set up Abel, so to speak. He set up Abel in the field. Okay. He rose up against him, right? He rose up against him and killed him, right? I don't know, did he use a dagger? It probably was a dagger, or and the description doesn't specify what he used to kill him, but you know he killed him, right? When the word slew, it means to murder, okay, destroy, right, to be killed, okay. So through the Spirit, you know, through the Spirit, um, through the Spirit, I'm gonna keep on reading. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Cain, where is Abel thy brother? And he said, I know not. Am I my brother's keeper? Okay, because I believe that word Cain means keeper. And he said, because the word Abel means brother. Okay, and he said, what hast thou done? The voice of thy brother's blood cries unto me from the ground. So basically, the spirit of Abel, it went back to the spiritual realm, and Abel was complaining to the Lord, right? Okay. And now art thou cursed from the earth, which hath opened her mouth to receive thy brother's blood from thy hand. When thou tillest the ground, it shall not henceforth yield unto thee her strength. A fugitive and a vagabond shall thou be in the earth. Okay. So ultimately, the Lord cursed Cain. Okay. The Lord cursed Cain. Um, and Cain said unto the Lord, Yahweh, my punishment is greater than I can bear. So the Lord cursed Cain was basically with leprosy. Okay. He cursed him because his wife said, and Cain said to the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear. Right. Because back then, Abel and Cain, they were both brown skinned, right? Or dark, or, brown skin, because Adam was brown skinned. Adam and Eve was brown skinned. So, you know, after the death of Cain and Abel, Cain came back, that spirit of the devil, that spirit of Cain came back through Esau. Okay, I'm gonna get that, right? Came back through Esau. Because we don't know about the story of Jacob and Esau, okay, basically, you know, there was it was a blessing, right, that was given to Jacob stolen a blessing that was given to that was supposed to be given to the firstborn son, right? That was supposed to be given to Eve, but Jacob, he kind of stole that, right? Um, that blessing basically, to be, to have their parent inheritance, right? To be priests, okay, be rulers, right? To be blessed by the Lord, okay. And so when Eve found that, when Eve found that Jacob stole his blessing, he went to Isaac to try to get another blessing. Isaac blessed Eve was, the fatness of the earth. So they're going back to the oil, right? To the riches of this world, okay? But he was mad. He was still mad that he was still mad over his birthright, right? God took it from him, okay, by Jacob, from Jacob. So he was still mad over that, right? Even though he got a blessing, right? They both got blessed, but Eve still wanted that birthright. So I'm gonna read here. Um, let me see. I'm gonna try to read all of it. Here. Genesis 27:41 reads, and Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing was his father blessed him. And Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob. Okay, because he was mad of the blessing, right? So he, the spirit of Cain, is coming into E. Okay, remember, okay, it coming back into E, right? And he trying to cut off, basically trying to cut, because he trying to cut off that righteous. Because again, Jacob was a righteous. Jacob offered up you know, Jacob was a righteous, right? Jacob, you know, he was a righteous, or he was just like King Abel, like it was just like Abel was a righteous, you know, Jacob was of the righteous seed as well. Okay, because then when I slay my brother Jacob, which goes back to the word murder. Okay, the word slay just goes back to another word murder. I should get it here. Slay. To kill, right? To destroy, to ruin. Okay, murder, right? So we're gonna see, did he get at you? Did he his murderous desire, did they get fulfilled? I'm gonna continue reading. And these words of Esau, her elder son, were told to Rebekah, and she sent and called Jacob, her younger son, and said unto him, behold, thy brother Esau, as touching thee, doth comfort himself, purposing to kill thee. So it was purpose, his objective was to kill Jacob, right? So Rebecca had to call, the Lord put on the spirit of Rebecca to warn Jacob of this, right? To warn Jacob of this, okay? Why did the Lord put the spirit on Rebecca to warn Jacob of, you know, Eve desiring to kill him, right? It was to, it was because ultimately is the Lord mercy on the, you know, ultimately is the Lord having mercy on, on, the righteous, right? Having mercy on, Abraham, okay, okay. Um, because ultimately that blessing from Abraham was to go through Jacob, right? You know, to go through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, okay? Because the Lord made a covenant with Abraham's seed, right? So by Jacob, um, continue reading now, therefore, my son, obey my voice and arise, flee thou to Laban, my brother, to Haran, and tarry with him a few days until that brother fear turn away. So Jacob supplanted Esau, and when you that word supplanting up, in Latin it means to trip or to overthrow. Okay, to trip up or to overthrow. So by Rebecca telling Jacob to flee um, to Laban, right? Um, he was able to trip up Esau's purpose, to overthrow Esau's purpose, okay, which was to slay him, okay. Because if Esau would have slain Jacob, there would not be no righteous seed, right? Everyone would just be wicked, okay. That blessing, that the covenant that the Lord made with Abraham, it would be null, right? It would have been null, okay. So pursuing back to here, Psalms 25 and 25 and 6, it reads, "Remember, O Lord Yahawah, thy tender mercies and thy love kindness, for they have been every of old, right?" So the Lord had mercy, you know, on Jacob, right? The Lord had mercy on Jacob, because again, Jacob's righteous, right? So the Lord had mercy on Jacob, and Jacob became what? The, you know, he became the father, so to speak, of, the nation of Israel, right? Where the blessings would, the blessings, which his blessing that carried on to the nation of Israel, right? You know, so through the Lord having mercy on Jacob, those blessings, you know, carry on through his seed. Okay, carry on through, the blessing that was given to Jacob, Isaac, Abraham, carry on through Jacob's seed. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel. All right, so um, and this is why Wiki E, Matthews, this is why the Lord always have a knowledge, right? He always have, you know, this is why E is considered murderers, right? And this is why, the Lord gonna save an elect. This is why the Lord gonna save elect, because if we don't save elect, if he don't save an elect, right? If he don't have a someone who's, if the Lord let E continue on this, continue how the Lord let E continue, his rulership, right? If the Lord let E continue his rulership, then there won't be no righteous seed, right? There will not be no righteous seed. Everyone will be dead. Okay. There's no there that covenant wouldn't be that covenant, that blessing that was given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. It would have been it would have meant nothing, right? Because you know because there's no one there who because there's no seed, right? There's no seed ultimately. There's no if Eve knew who all the elect was, you know, in this modern world, if E know who all the elect was, don't you think that his first thought would be to round up all the elect and slain them? Okay, because ultimately he's after that birthright. He's after that birthright, right? He's still mad over that birthright. So his objective and purpose to slain the whole nation of Israel, to destroy the whole nation of Israel. Okay. Matthew 24:22 reads, "And so those days shall be shortened, that shall no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." So we know that the days are going to be shortened, for righteousness' sake, ultimately, for righteousness' sake, and to fulfill prophecy, okay, and to, all right, and to bring back order on the world, okay. So, it's just something that I wanted to go into. It was my spirit to do, okay. But I think it's we need to understand. It's more like a back to the basics kind of thing. But we need to understand, why why the Lord do some of the things He do, right? The purpose behind it, right? You know, because you have Israelites, and it's kind of a reincarnation kind of thing lesson as well, because you have to understand reincarnation, right? Um, who was, Cain? If you understand Cain, then you by reading the story of Cain and Abel, you understand that Cain came back through um, Esau. Okay, so I'll close it here by giving all the praises to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI. All right, I hope this will edify to the elect. Till next time, say shalom.